Hi, I'm Louis Fetch. My wife and I, with our 4-year-old and 2-year-old, are here in the village of Barrington. Culture kind of found me through a referral. So Culture did a great job with a family that we know in Park Ridge, exterior of their home and roof. And I was at a 40th birthday party, and the happy customer was talking about this contractor that he had in the western suburbs and the great work they did. And I said, send them my way. We've been in this house for about 1.5 years at the point, and putting together a back patio and redoing the front of our home was something we had in mind. And it was kind of a kick to get the ball rolling. We didn't really know where to start. I'm not the handsiest, so having somebody come to me via recommendation was great, because as you know, when you're dealing with emotional purchases like your home and updates, and it's a world of an unknown, trust is a huge factor, and referrals are the easiest way to start. Process was pretty easy, and it starts with my reps at Culture. So primarily just being so easy to work with. I mean, when they're passionate and staying on you to get meetings together, to figure out where you are in the thought process, laying forward to you what it's going to look like incrementally, so that it feels digestible, because these are big projects. And having a timeline idea, as well as having transparency around the cost, helped us kind of put that into more palatable bites. So the communication was always them reaching out. I didn't have to nudge anybody. I didn't have to check in on where anybody was. It was a good experience, because so much of these kind of projects you feel like are trying to find workers to finish the job, or trying to nudge your contact go-to person to push forward. We never had to do that. The communication was always them leading, and then my wife and I, Amy, she was the best at kind of quarterbacking the situation, being the point person and communicating that very easily. Going with James Hardie was a decision my brother made for me. He's in a similar line of work, and I ran it past him and said, hey, we're going to get a new exterior, and we had some out of code aluminum siding that we're looking to update, and here are my options. And he was like, if you have James Hardie as an option, that's a no-brainer. And so talking with who was the sales point person at first, and then to Brant, who had an expertise in Hardie, it was almost a no-brainer. My wife and I then went and looked at a neighborhood not far from here in the village of Barrington, and looked at homes with it, and we're trying to get an idea of, we had this cream-colored house. We have the option to change colors and really the whole feel and makeup of the home with the new siding. Let's play around with looking at it in real life, and then looking at the samples that were brought over by Brant, and it's such great material. It was almost a no-brainer. Pretty simple. I was gone for most of it, traveling for work, but the days that I were here, I mean, the workers showed up very early in the morning. They were minimally disruptive. The weather cooperated, so it was quicker than I thought it would be. And then the guys in the field were very communicative. They were great with approaching my wife and saying, hey, this is what the timeline's gonna look like. Here's my number. Do a review. Let us know if there's anything that you think we fell short on, or maybe there was a lack of communication and this part of the house needs to be redone. We ended up adding a couple things on to the project as it was going through. They were fantastic communicating with us and getting the work done. And there was no mess to clean up afterwards. It was minimal. I was kind of worried about nails or anything being strapped, kind of the trash and the siding. It was pretty great. These guys are great. Yeah. I would. Yeah, when you're looking for a contractor, I would absolutely recommend Culture. I mean, what you want is you want transparency, you want honesty, you want communication, and I feel like I got those. There weren't any hidden costs that I wasn't prepared for. We had laid all those out at the very beginning, and it was always communicated throughout the process. You want reliability. I mean, when we had meetings set up, they happened. When the work was planned to be done, it happened. When there was a timeline to finish, it happened. I think those are always your biggest worries when you're doing a construction project on your home is, am I going to go over budget because of some unknown costs, or are we going to go away, we're going to blow through the time frame? Neither of those things happened. Everyone was wonderful to work with, good personalities too.